Howdy. As you can see, I am not in the trunk of a vehicle to begin my videos as I normally am, and am currently in the warm comforts of the cab of my pickup truck. And that is because, unlike a normal ordinary car review today, I will be doing something a bit different and spicing it up. Today I will be taking you for a drive around town on the back roads of New Jersey in my 2004 Ford F-150 Lariat, and I decided today that I would explain why I bought the 2004 Ford F-150 Lariat instead of a Chevy Silverado, a Dodge Ram, GMC Sierra, Toyota Tundra, or Nissan Titan. The argument has been going on since the dawn of pickup trucks over who makes the best truck on the road, and I'm going to tell you how it came to be that I purchased a Ford as my first truck. Stay tuned. So, originally when I sought out to get a pickup truck, I was in the hunt for a Lincoln Mark LT, and before somebody calls me out for being biased towards Ford, I wanted to buy the Lincoln Mark LT because it is an outlandish, spunky pickup truck that had character, and it's only out for a couple of years. Personally, I'm a huge fan of outlandish, bizarre vehicles, and I felt like having the Mark LT would be like a luxury version of having a good-looking pickup truck. So I was in the hunt for those. However, unfortunately, the Mark LT was very sparse in my location. They were not the best-selling vehicles, probably due to their 2 years of existence. They were essentially a rebranded F-150 Lariat. But I was still in the hunt for them. I looked around in various dealerships, but unfortunately nothing came up. So, eliminating the Mark LT off my list shortly when I began to look for trucks, I wanted to buy an American truck because I'm a very big fan of American cars. No disrespect to Toyota or Nissan, they make good trucks too, but I wanted something American. And so I was in the hunt, and I was looking around, and I really liked the way all the trucks looked. The F-150 was great looking, the Silverados were nice, the Sierras were good, and the Rams were nice trucks. They all had their perks and qualities. However, I had never experienced any of them aside from more than a mere image on the internet or a review on YouTube from a YouTuber. And so, when I went out to look at the vehicles, the first one that I stumbled upon was Ford F-150 at a lot that had actually just sold Burgundy Mark LT a few days prior. And I checked it out. I thought it was okay. I mean, it was a decent looking truck, but it didn't wow me. It was a 2005 Ford F-150 XLT. My price range was around $10,000, and the only trucks that suited that category were essentially from the years of 2003 to 2008. So a few things that I wanted in a truck. If I could get it, I wanted it to be a crew cab. I wanted the space. I wanted to fit people comfortably. And I firmly believe crew cabs are the best looking trucks because it is complete. If possible, I wanted leather seats because I find leather seats to be very comfortable, and they fit the interior nicer. I wanted something reliable, and I also wanted a loud V8 that was powerful, and I was well aware of the atrocious gas mileage I was about to get. It's a pickup truck, and I wasn't expecting anything extremely economical. This is a very generic statement, though, overall. Like, you take a look at the Ford, Chevy, and Ram's highest end editions. You have the Lariat and the King Ranch. You have the Laramie for Dodge. And then you have the LT four-wheel drive for the Silverado in 2004. You take a look at the Silverado, and it's got a decent interior. The exterior is fine. It's a good-looking truck, as I mentioned. But the interior was a bit bland. And there was the leather. Not even all of them came in leather, which was a very big turn-off for me. Rams had leather, but their interiors still looked cheap. but Fords were just well put together. Like the Lariat just overtook the LT and the Laramie of the Silverado and the Ram respectively, because it was just well put together and manufactured by Ford. So, and that is probably why they sold 933,000 of them in 2004. There's a reason why people like that. So then, after I saw the first F-150, I went to a second dealership that had another F-150, which was dark green, crew cab, Lariat, 2004, 135,000 miles, and it happens to be the one that I am currently driving in this video. We'll get back to that later. But my initial impressions on this F-150 when I first saw it, I was very impressed with it. The exterior was good, definitely. As I said before in my review, and before I even bought my F-150, to this day, I still believe this generation of the F-150 is the best looking one that Ford has ever produced. Even the modern ones I don't find as nice looking and just simple as this current F-150 is. So I got inside and I knew it was a Lariat, and aside from the King Ranch, I knew that was the highest edition. The price was good, but the leather seats, the high quality, it impressed me. And I really was like taken back almost by how nice. I didn't expect Ford to make such a good truck. I thought Ford was just a simple, rugged thing and couldn't live up to the standards of the Mark LT with that luxurious touch. So, regardless, I appreciated what Ford had to offer, but I still wanted to give Chevy, Dodge, and GMC their fair chance. So I went to the next dealership. It was a Chevy dealership in Pennsylvania, and I saw a Silverado crew cab. I believe it was a Z70 or Z71 edition, and it was nice. Like I saw it from a distance of the Z71, and I've always thought the Silverado had a great looking exterior. They are rugged, they're tough, and they're just a nice looking truck. Chevy knows how to make trucks good. But then I got out of the car and I went to check out the interior and the other features about it, and I instantly noticed how low the old Silverado's ride height was. This may be a very picky feature, but in a pickup truck, I want to be high off the ground. I like being elevated. I like having good visibility over everything in a pickup truck. I feel like that's a characteristic that pickup trucks should possess. And the Silverado was about the same height as my mom's 2012 Pilot, and I was a bit taken back by that in a bad way. I wasn't fond of that overall feature, but I said regardless, the ride height's not an optimal paramount feature. So I came up to the passenger side window and I took a look at the inside, and I kind of just stood there and I just gave it a very good glance, and I was very unimpressed. Like, the Z71 is one of the nicest editions of the Silverado at that time, but it was just so meagerly like put together compared to the Ford. Like, the leather, there wasn't even leather, it was cloth. It just looked like Chevy had put all the work into the exterior and just disregarded the exterior, and I didn't appreciate that. I really thought, I was disappointed, honestly, at how lackluster the interior of the Silverado was, and the Sierra was the same exact way, and I was almost shocked, because I thought the Silverado would have been a very strong competitor, like equaling every single aspect of the F-150, and I honestly wasn't too fond of that. So I didn't eliminate it from my process exactly, but it fell on my list of how much I wanted it. And then the third truck I looked at was a 2005 Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab, because they weren't making full crew cabs at the time, which wasn't the end of the world for me. But they had a silver one at the same dealership where I purchased my F-150. But the ride height was nice on the Ram. I honestly love the way the Rams look. They may be the best looking pickup trucks exterior wise. The crosshairs, the crosshair grills look amazing on the Ram. I think it's a very nice, well put together look on the exterior. The Hemi V8 was very intriguing. That big rugged power, the loudness of the Ram, it was very cool and it was very desirable. However, Ram is a Chrysler product regardless of what people say, and Ram's reliability was a bit of a turnoff, but still. So I looked at the Ram and I went up to the sticker, or the window, and I looked at the interior. It was okay. I thought it was around the same range as Chevy. It wasn't the Laramie, granted. However, it was still, it was an SLT towards the upper echelon of the editions of the Ram. And the exterior looked great. The interior was very mediocre, and it was not as strong as the effects that the Chevy had on me, of how unimpressed I was by the interior, but I still wasn't fond of it. And then I took a look at a couple more Chevys and Rams and Fords. I kept looking at the market, but the truck that always came back in my mind was this '04 Lariat at the dealership I saw in Pennsylvania. This truck just was so much more luxurious, prestigious looking than the Silverado or the Ram. And say what you want, I know trucks aren't supposed to be luxurious. Some people would say if you wanted a luxury vehicle, then go buy a pre-owned Navigator or an Escalator, an Expedition, or whatever. But that would have cost me more, and I wanted a pickup truck. But then when I physically just got to get behind the wheel of the F-150, take it around, it was just nice, because it had the same features of the Ram. It had the power of the Ram, the ruggedness of the Silverado, the old-fashioned American power, but it was so much more luxurious and comfortable and smooth. But it just was, it clicked. I knew the F-150 was a truck that I wanted to buy, and neither the Ram nor the Silverado, any of the editions, wowed me as much as the F-150 Lariats. And that's probably why I am driving it. Price-wise, that didn't make that big of a difference to me. The price is all going to be around, 10 grand, 11 grand, 12 grand, maybe like high nines, but still, the price wasn't the hugest aspect of me. It was more so the quality of the vehicle. But going back to what I said about the exterior of the 2004 F-150s, the 2003 F-150s were very mediocre looking. They were kind of cheap. They weren't wowing. They were just very basic, okay trucks. Nothing above mediocre and basic. They were bland. But in 2004, Ford remodeled the F-150 to this generation, and the sales showed that tremendously. In 2004, Ford sold 933,000 variations of the F-Series. To put that into perspective for you, the 2017 Honda Civic sold about 380,000. So about 2.5 times the amount of Honda Civics sold in 2017 was the amount of Ford pickup trucks sold in America in 2004. And Chevy always competes with the Ford, but people evidently showed that they were more interested in the Ford. Ford sold 933,000 units of the F-150, whereas the Silverado sold about 680,000, and the Ram sold about 430,000. Now, these numbers have altered since 2004, granted. Ram's numbers have gone up, Silverado's numbers have gone up, Ford's gone down a little bit, but Ford always has reigned supreme over the entire country, regardless of pickup trucks, like every car in general, since the late 1970s, which proves something, that Ford makes a good, strong truck that you can count on and can fit some luxury in it whenever you want it to be a little more prestigious than something else. And it wasn't just, you know, I wasn't, I need a Ford. If it's not Ford, it's shit. I'm not getting anything else but a Ford. I didn't have that mindset. I was open for anything. I even considered looking at a Tundra. I looked at one Tundra, however, the exterior didn't even reach the level that I wanted to of the Silverado or the Ram. If it was modern times, the Tundra, in my opinion, has made one of the best improvements for any truck, and I still find the current generation Tundras to be great looking. And then Nissan, I can't vouch for Nissan. I'm sorry, whoever's a Nissan truck person, but I can't vouch for you. But it was just the simple feeling of being taken back of how nice the F-150 Lariat was. That feeling, it just stuck, and it was as simple as that. But no, as I said before, no disrespect to Chevy truck fans, Dodge Ram truck fans, Toyota, Nissan, whoever. If you like a truck, there's a good reason to it. The Silverado and the Ram are great trucks. They're powerful, they have great wraps, they're good looking vehicles, and they deserve to be sold at the proliferating rate that they do. Toyota and Nissan, they put up substantial fights. They're good trucks too, but in my opinion, I just really like the old Fords. And that is why I'm driving it around in a pouring rainstorm, showing it off to you, because I love this thing. It is such a blast to drive. It is nice. It's fun. I get so many compliments from people who I just drive around. They get in and instantly, they're like, wow, like, this is nice, you know. It's like you got this leather, you got the wood, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud to have a truck that people think is good looking. It's just a nice feeling, you know. It's like having a nice house and just people commending you for what you drive. It's like reassuring that you made the good purchase, and it is evident that I did, because I have no regrets buying it, and I'm very happy that I did. It is essentially the Mark LT that's the closest I could have came to getting a Mark LT, and I'm very proud of having purchased the F-150. Oh, thank you. So that, my friends, is why I bought a 2004 Ford F-150 Lariat crew cab instead of a Chevy Silverado, Dodge Ram 1500, Toyota Tundra, Nissan Titan, GMC Sierra, or any of those other brands. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. More reviews are coming soon. Thank you.